The internet's search for aliens, and more specifically, Area 51, grows to a whole new extreme, and the government finally responded. New Yorkers turned a loss of power into a chance to celebrate humanity, unless you were at the Jennifer Lopez concert, that is. And John Deere and golf team up to once again be relevant because, well, let's face it, it was not happening otherwise. I'm Eric Zachary, and this is The Big Rewind. Let's just jump right into it with the mystery that has most Americans, and let's be honest, the world wondering, not Area 51, I will get into that in a second, talking about Bob Ross and his paintings. Where did they go? It was 24 years ago that the famed Mr. Rogers of painting, I just coined that, passed away, and his videos have more than lived on via his YouTube channel. He has his own social media team, but no one can describe it better than this documentary series that the New York Times put together.
Bob Ross is one of the most iconic American painters of the 20th century. He's best known for his perm, personality, and landscape paintings.
I like that they put his paintings last. They led with the perm. That's great. The whole video is actually pretty intriguing. So it turns out that many of his paintings, the originals that is, are hard to find. People don't exactly know what happened to them. Obviously there have been recreations, and lucky for us, all of it, and I mean all of it, is on video, but the actual paintings themselves are kind of lost American treasures.
For our social media, we have like a fancy quote on Fridays with like a nice picture, and then like a more casual quote on Wednesdays. Maybe there's a stone right here, so we'll put a little stone on. See?
There it is.
Okay, she's the real life Pam from The Office. Like, you can't tell me this right here doesn't line up with that perfectly. Missed that show, man. Now moving along to the true mystery that is just going to obscene lengths on Facebook. It started with the Facebook group Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. 1.1 million people on the internet are openly saying they're going to bum rush the American government because they can, and I quote, move faster than their bullets. Naturally, this has led to an onslaught of alien-related memes and videos and skits on the internet, and it just continues to grow. Some people even taking it to skit form via Instagram, like this guy training to free his alien friends.
Get to him, get to him, get to him, get to him, get to him. Get on his back. Get on his spaceship. Get on his spaceship. Let's go. Come on, it's hot. Resist.
It was inevitable that the internet would grab hold of this, and when I say they ran with it, they have. But now that it has reached such a viral landscape, the government has decided to, well, they put out a statement to the Washington Post saying Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area while we train American armed forces. The U.S. Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. In short, if you show up, we will shoot you. That's basically what it breaks down to. Speaking of things that people want to see but don't exist, at least not yet, Keanu Reeves stopping a robbery from a convenience store in like the most Keanu Reeves fashion possible.
Breath together.
I rode my bike here, man. Oh God, no, the cops!
Listen, you can take my 1970 Ford Mustang from John Wick. You can outrun the cops in it. I'll walk home, and it's a win-win. Trust me.
Now what you could probably tell right off the bat, this obviously didn't happen, but that is not the reason this video is going viral. The video is going viral because if you were to turn off the sound and ignore the terrible acting, you would see what appears to actually be Keanu Reeves. It is not. It is deep fake technology. Now, if you don't understand what deep fake technology is, well, in layman's terms, it's basically a Snapchat filter, except instead of cute puppy ears, it's damning, incriminating evidence that could land you falsely accused and in prison for the rest of your life. It's a scary time to be alive. You all are laughing. This is a real thing. People are gonna come out like with my face saying I'm vegan or something. I don't want that on the internet. The royal family made an expected appearance at the European premiere of The Lion King. Now everyone's freaking out over this, and of course I'm not talking about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. I'm talking about the real royal family, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Seriously. Beyonce called Meghan Markle my princess in a video that everyone is losing their mind over. Very ASMR, by the way, too, for anyone that's around. Of course, this whole experience lighting up the internet, as does anything that Beyonce does, with several reactions. It has happened and I cannot deal! Like 19 L's. You know Meghan is giddy AF to be meeting Queen Bey in this. You know she knows the real queen, right? Today is Amazon Prime Day, this year a 2-day event that leads to a series of lightning deals where Amazon users can actually save a decent amount of money on various amounts of items, everything from electronics to baby diapers to, of course, an Amazon Echo Dot or a Amazon Fire TV stick. Because that's what we all need in our lives, more ways for the government to watch us. But the reason that it's all over the internet is the fact that today many Amazon workers and various other supporters across the country are going on strike, saying that it is not right how little Amazon pays their employees in the warehouses. So it's leaving a lot of people with the dilemma, do I support the strike or do I get $4 off and free shipping? Just remember, according to Mr. Tuesday, who pointed it out very, very well, and I did verify this, Amazon owns IMDb, Twitch, Whole Foods, and Audible, just to name a few. So there goes your green juice, your book series, your favorite gamer video, and my IMDb page. I'm gonna be very mad if they don't pull this up and post. And I have one, okay? I do. She's laughing. What might be the most unneeded video challenge on the internet right now, a teaming up of John Deere and Ping to create the world's largest Anser Putter. So naturally, as any company trying to get attention on the internet would, they bring in celebrities, 2 famous golfers, to attempt to hit this giant exercise ball of a golf ball into a hole. I'm gonna get lit up by anyone who enjoys golf and sports for watching this. I'm trying, okay? They both wear polos. There you go. Now just 2 quick headlines that we don't need to spend a bunch of time on, but I just wanted to point out because they are trending and they're fun to watch and see some of the reactions to. This kid who showed up to VidCon, what appears to be a very young child dressed up as an apology YouTube video. Brilliant. Terrible actor. He showed up, obviously everyone wants to take a picture with the kid, but he's getting torn apart on the internet saying that it was a different YouTuber who came up with the idea first and blah, 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 where's the credit? And he's like 12, just give him his 5 minutes of fame and then make sure we cut him off, which we didn't do to the selfie kid yet. Why is that kid still showing up to events? He's everywhere. Literally, for taking a picture with Justin Timberlake at the Super Bowl that he had tickets to. Losing the point of the story here. Soulja Boy's out of jail. Didn't know he was in jail. After spending 142 days, he was released on good behavior and due to overcrowding. So you get to go home. Get it? Because like crank. Let's just move on to this last story because this is getting bad. Now, you probably already heard about the massive blackout that overtook much of Midtown Manhattan, New York over the weekend, turning off the screens of Times Square and trapping people in subways, and most importantly, shutting down the Jennifer Lopez concert at Madison Square Garden. Despite the scariness of the situation, a pretty cool testament to humanity, people going onto the streets to direct traffic.
Thank you. Thank you.
I actually saw a couple different angles and videos of this. By the way, for what it's worth, I used to live a block from this. This guy took time from his day to direct traffic at, I think that's 44th and 9th. And he did it for over 45 minutes. The more impressive part about that, by the way, not that he did that, is that cab drivers were obeying him, because if you've ever been in New York, you know that's a thing. You had the Broadway shows, all the theaters lost their power, so the cast, instead of deciding to just call it a day off, lived up to the motto, the show must go on, and in true Broadway theater fashion decided to take to the streets. Here's Waitress singing. I love that there's a tambourine. Rock of Ages participating as well. Because we don't hear their journey in public enough. This couple had a wedding at the Plaza Hotel, lost electricity, and decided they'd keep it going. They went outside to take their pictures, several of the attendees helping to sing along with the band so they could keep the dancing going, and helping with the lack of a working microphone. By the way, those might be some of the coolest wedding pictures that I've seen. The J-Lo concert that I was talking about, losing power mid-performance. That is kind of freaky. Being inside Madison Square Garden and everything goes black, and then you realize pretty quickly something's wrong. None of the emergency lighting's coming on, the sound's completely out. Imagine being Jennifer Lopez on stage. Luckily they were able to reschedule for tonight. My personal favorite video / reaction of the entire event, though, the moment that the lights came back on, caught on camera. This is in Hell's Kitchen, New York. Definitely need to sound up for this one. Check this out. Cheering too. Also can't help but wonder if the amount of cheering is because the Chipotle is right there and people realize they get their burritos again. I know guac is extra. It's fine, Susan. Just put all of it on there. I'll pay it, okay? And yes, queso's a necessity too. This is such a strong joke until I can't talk anymore. That does it for today's big rewind, where we watch all the videos on the internet so that you don't have to. Now, before we wrap everything out completely, I gotta shout out a couple of our new internet friends. Sounded creepy. Kate Weissman, Crone, and I'm Astro. Shout out to you guys for commenting and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you do the same. You can click here to see our last video. You can click here to subscribe. And according to a recent survey, it proves if you do subscribe, a puppy will get adopted somewhere in the Midwest. That's a fact, according to a survey that I just made up. Also, it's gonna be super awkward if they don't put something in my hands. I feel like this is blocking my... All right, I'm Eric Zachary. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.